So Blessing Nkeiruka Okoro has gotten herself into a big problem. Few days ago, this lady made a video, as you can see in this screen, stage 4, I am so scared. So many people, she left a lot of Nigerians to assumption, believing that she has stage 4 cancer. All was lie. She was trying to manipulate it. I pray Nigerians grow to have strong emotional intelligence to be able to, figure out these liars. So a lot of people, we are praying for her. A lot of well-meaning Nigerians, started communicating to her and all of that. But then something off started manifesting. Blessing says she has stage 4 cancer. All of a sudden, she, cut her hair to show us that she already having hair fall. But then deep questions started coming up. How did you get the stage 4 cancer? Where is the result? Blessing CEO went to doctor. The report of a hairstylist who helped her in Delta the previous week. So as of today, VeryDarkMan has filed a case against her to the Nigerian police by obtaining money through false pretences, certificate forgery, medical result forgery, and many others. And the police has honored that invitation. Not just that, the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria has also called on the Nigerian law enforcement agencies to arrest her. They said that the result that she posted is not from them and can never be from them. So this lady has a history of telling lies. Recall that this is the same lady who went to claim a man's house, I think in Ebonyi State, the man called Onyeze. They warned her, the owner of the house called her respectfully, warned her not to go to his house to make content, that the house belonged to him. This lady claimed that the man is a useless man and all of that, that the house belongs to her. Until she was arrested. You can see the video. She was arrested. So, someone that said that she has stage 4 cancer and could not post the result, then she brought out her account number for people to contribute. Now, when you are doing GoFundMe, there is a target. There's always a target. Maybe you need 100 million naira, you need 10 million naira, 20 million naira for the treatment. Bless the CEO GoFundMe has no target. So Nigerians can contribute billions for her. So I just don't understand why Nigerians continue to be deceived every time, every day online by these manipulators. If we're in a working system, people like Blessing CA should be behind bars.
Maybe it's miscommunication.
She should be arrested, prosecuted, and sent to jail. At least she'll be there for maybe 10 years. So that when she comes out, it will serve as a deterrent to others who want to play with her, who want to play her script. This is how it all started. Egungun of Lagos interviewed her, so about the result she said she doesn't know. She's miscommunication.
I just got the.
Are you really in stage 4 or is miscommunication?
Maybe it's miscommunication because that was what I was told. But I'm also trying to do, when you do your biopsy, I want to have, different options and be sure of what I'm doing.
They said in 24 hours you made 100 million from donations.
Which kind of 100 million?
Okay, the money don't reach 100
Never
million.
reach 100 million.
How much did it reach?
13
million. Many people are saying you are lying, that you should post your results online. So what do you have to say to them?
I can't post my results online. It's a personal stuff.
How many times have you done chemotherapy?
I've not started chemo. I just got the results. It's called the biopsy. It was a lump. Initially, they said it was not cancerous. After a few months, when I wanted to take out the lump, they now said it is cancerous.
Online now, a lot of people say you should come and apologize.
For what?
People you hurt.
Who did I hurt?
As in, you came out and you said the cancer is stage 4.
I think I'm not a doctor, and maybe I just passed the message that a doctor gave to me. I don't know the stage I am right now because I've run all the tests. In a few days' time, I'll go back to my oncologist and they'll be able to tell me the exact stage.
When did you know that you have cancer?
Ending of January.
Are they going to cut the off?
We are hoping it doesn't get to that point, but if it gets to that point, the most important thing is let me be alive.
Can you educate us more about the cancer and how can people prevent it?
First of all, as a lady, the most common kind of cancer we have is cancer.
Okay.
So please, every morning when you wake up, always try to check your and check if there is a lump.
What are the symptoms of cancer?
Sometimes you can have spine pain. There are sometimes you have this, it will be like say your body they beep.
Thank you so much for the information, Mama. So some people said you were trying to raise money to give to your husband to start a car business. You saw it?
For what now? How much Nigerians get to raise money?
Do you still need people's donation or you want to stop it?
I still need people's donation, but if you want to.
What is your biggest regret in life?
Nothing.
If you could go back in time to correct one thing.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing.
What do you have to say to your people?
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
So here is the woman that Blessing CEO doctored her cancer medical report, because she said she has worked with Blessing CEO. She helped her in her video shoot. Either she was the one that did her, hair, made her hair. So when they got the information online that she has stage 4 cancer, so many Nigerians, those that have communicated with her, started calling her to help. Being someone who is a cancer survivor, she was offering her prayers, advice, and counsel, not knowing that this lady was lying. Then Blessed CEO was able to find the perfect clue to her lies. She was able to get the perfect strategy to deceive Nigerians. She told this woman to send her own cancer medical report so that she can compare it with her own. The woman did. That was how Blessed CEO succeeded in deceiving Nigerians.
Good day, Nigerians. My name is Mrs. Deborah Mbara. I'm the creative director of Zazie Beauty Place. I'm a makeup artist. I reside in Asaba, Delta State, Nigeria. A wife and a proud mother of 4 kids. I am the very lady that Okoro Blessing Nkeiruka, also known as Blessing CEO, doctored my results. Here is my story. Sometime last year, she was in Asaba for a doctoral shoot, which I happen to be the makeup artist.
Hey guys, it's Zazie Beauty. Film the makeup, we're not done yet. If I let me show you this Zazie, let me show you this CEO. So this is Zazie Beauty. See how pretty she is.
Fast forward to last 2 weeks or last week thereabouts, when she started flagging on her social media that she's having stage 4 cancer, crying, wailing, that she's selling up her house, putting up her things for auctioning and all that, On Wednesday last week, 25th of March, my good friend and my sister called her to check up on her. The phone was on loudspeaker. So from there, my friend was like, that you have to put up yourself together, that okay, or are you hear from Zazie because you know Zazie's story. That was how I started talking to her, encouraging her, telling her that she should gather herself. That is not even a social media thing at all. That she should gather herself. I started praying for her, cursing the spirit of cancer. I even told her that, okay, good 18, that day was on a Wednesday. I even recommended prayer links for her. I even sent one to her. I started telling her that there is nothing God cannot do. You have to go for your medicals. You have to, there is something you take one step at a time. So that was how we put down the call until we got back to the office. We got on call again with my friend. She was crying. We were trying to encourage her. We even had to put a doctor online to go helping us to let her know what is on ground. That is not a social media, it's not a crying thing. It is true. It's not even something you will hear, you will not wave, you will cry. But in it all, you have to pull yourself together, because if you don't put that yourself together, you will not know the next step and the right thing to do. That was what we were telling her. The doctor now tried talking to her. Okay, how did you go about? Have you removed the lump? Have they done what they are supposed to do? She said her doctor said it's stage 4. They did one thing. The doctor now said, well, I can't see you. If these are the things your doctor, you've really gone for your examination, I think your situation needs an urgent attention. That was how the doctor exited the call. So as she was crying, with kind of just put yourself together. I was even telling her that God saw me through this. See the scar, it have all gone. See, as she was crying, she said, okay, Zazie, please, can you just please help me send your own report when you were diagnosed, so I could compare it with what my doctor gave to me. I said, okay, no problem. That was how I gave her my results, because she said she wanted to compare it with what her doctor gave to her, only for me to see on social media on Friday of it that it was the result I gave to her that she doctored and flying it all over to back up the nonsense and the defrauding and the money people are raising for her. Can you even stand a doctor telling you that you have is days of sleepless nights for you if God is not on your side? If God does not come through for you, is days of trauma. At the hearing of that news, life pause for some days for the person. He said she never knew me, and she has never spoken to any of my family members. She was in Asaba on Monday with some people to see my husband, my friend's husband, and my friend. But me, I wasn't there because I was emotionally traumatized. She came to beg. My husband said, you have to go online on social media to go and apologize to the public, to Nigeria, and tell them how it happened, what happened, and let them know the truth. I should be in my house resting, because I just finished my chemotherapy on the 30th of January here. I thought I was helping someone in need, not knowing that she has another agenda. Please, Nigerians, I don't know anything about the doctor's report from that she's using the report to come and scam Nigerians of their money or anything. I'm not a party to it. This is evil. This is wickedness. This is demonic. I'm a proud survivor. Are you seeing my hand? Are you seeing this place? I'm a proud survivor. I'm a proud survivor. Jesus.
So this is Arise TV interview that I love so much. This Arise TV brought a medical doctor, brought a lawyer on their stage, and Blessing CEO was tactically shut down. She was exposed. I just want you to watch the video and see to yourself.
You said about 3 months, 2 months, and I'm thinking if you have cancer,
I'll have your time in 2 to 3 months when I'm better.
Yeah, when I'm better. I think it's cancer stage 4.
How did you know
you're talking
you'd be
about
better
years,
by then?
not months?
I think people are just really meaning into every statement that I'm making.
Okay. Can I say something? Based on the fact that you said that you're a very vocal person, which I agree with, when you did your cosmetic surgery, which Nigerians generally stigmatize, right, and they frown on.
The BBL?
Yes.
Okay.
And they frown on, right? You were very vocal. You showed us when you were on the bed, your process, your healing. So I'm wondering, I don't know if you know this, but 16,000 to 24,000 women die every year from breast cancer. So I'm wondering why you're not using this opportunity to create proper, clear awareness, because most of these women that are dying in Nigeria, it is from late diagnosis, it is from poor diagnosis, it is from them thinking that it is spiritual. So I'm wondering why you're not using this avenue. And I'm also curious, do you still have the lump in that left breast as we speak right now?
Thank you for this question. I have not been given the opportunity. Like I said, maybe it came off controversial, or maybe because there was an account number that was put out there. I think that was where the whole drama started from.
Which I also have a question about, because I deal with cancer patients all the time, funny enough, breast cancer. And unfortunately, my patient still died 2 days ago. So I understand the thought process of a typical cancer patient. So usually you didn't have a treatment plan. How did you know how much you were going to spend? Because I know you have a Benz, right, which is quite expensive. You have a car, you have properties. So why was the account number the first thing you put forward? Most cancer patients don't know how much they're going to spend, right? And they exhaust their phone. Bear in mind that you don't even know the stage. What if it's stage 1? That you probably won't spend more than maybe 10 million. And you can afford 10 million.
Perfect question. My account number was not the first thing that was put out.
It was put out that same day, though.
No, it wasn't put out that same day.
I saw that same day,
no,
actually.
Absolutely not. In fact, the first video that was put out was me.
Okay,
crying.
so when was it put out?
How did you know?
I think that was like,
how did you
Yes, what was your target? What was your target?
I didn't actually put an amount. I just put out my account number.
What was your target?
What influenced the decision?
Yes.
That's exactly what I want to
The
explain.
decision to put it out.
Exactly. When I cried out, the first thing I did, they said, first of all, when they are doing your...
Who was this day? Is this still this Enugu doctor?
First of all, when they are doing your, maybe when they want to take out your boobs or thereabout, it was exaggerated. So I'm going to say there's
What was exaggerated?
a misinformation, because they're saying if they check your left breast, it would have spread to the right.
Yes, necessarily spread to the
Because
right.
you can't tell.
That's what I'm saying. These are diagnoses.
Because you didn't do it. You didn't even do an imaging. So how today?
How does he know how
exactly?
what
It's not based on assumption.
And information that was passed to me.
I'm just wondering, what was your target amount? Because now, if your treatment, let's assume your treatment for this stage 4 happens to be
40 million, right? And you have been giving maybe 150 million. What happens to that remaining money? So what was your target? Because when people set up GoFundMe, right, they put a target, right? They say, okay, $10,000, we're trying to raise 20 million. Well, you can't just put an account. Yes, you can't just put an account and just be collecting money indefinitely. And that's what I'm trying to explain. I don't understand that number didn't come up. The first video, but it still came up. Hold on, let me explain. The first video that came up was me trying to get clarity. The second video was me now, people saying, oh, cancer is going on. The first video was me putting out my car for sale. The third video was me putting out my house for sale and my personal belongings. Okay. Have you sold them at this time? You don't get buyers immediately because they're quite high. Okay. Yes. So it was when I put it out, that was when friends said, why do you have to sell your property? When you finish this treatment, where do you want to...
Let me ask the doctor in the house. This is why I brought her in. Okay. So from what Blessing is saying, she discovered when the first time she went to the doctor, as she said, it was a lump and they told her it was non-cancerous, right? Yes, yes. She goes back there 6, 7, 8 months later. And that's how she discovered that it was cancer stage 4. So for you, as a doctor, what are the procedures what would you like to ask her concerning how she got from that level to the stage 4 level?
First of all, I'm very interested to know what type of doctor you saw, because there's a lot of disparity that I don't expect in medical personnel.
Okay, what are disparities?
So first of all, when a patient comes to me and complains of a lump, I will not do a biopsy first. I will first do an imaging. So I'll tell you to either do an ultrasound scan if you're less than 40, you're 35, 40. Then if you're above 40, you can do a mammogram before we get to the biopsy. And if you then do a biopsy, depending on what we're suspecting based on your history, you either do a fine needle aspiration cytology or a core biopsy, right? And after that, even if, because what you're describing kind of sort of sounds like you did a fine needle aspiration cytology, right? Even at that, no doctor on the surface of this earth that is qualified would allow a patient to move around with a lump in their breast for 6 months, because you don't know. Even if you do a fine needle aspiration cytology, there can be false negative. There's a very high chance of it being false. So you can never tell unless you remove the lump and you do a proper biopsy of the lump.
So what are the inconsistencies in her story?
So I find it very interesting that so I'm interested to know the type of doctor you saw. What type of doctor?
It's an oncologist.
Okay, so now fantastic. So I work in a teaching hospital. We don't send patients to an oncologist unless you have a biopsy, core biopsy result.
But she hadn't had
because usually you start with a general surgeon. General surgeon will establish the fact that it is cancerous, and oncologist is not the first person. Based on the fact that you even said the person said it is not cancerous, no doctor will send you. That's why I'm interested to know the doctor. No doctor will send you to an oncologist with a non-malignant result.
Like I said, you go into the hospital, I noticed a lump on my boobs.
Was it Lagos or Enugu? Because I
was in Enugu.
Okay.
So I went into the hospital.
Was it a teaching hospital?
No, it wasn't a teaching hospital. It was a private hospital.
Okay, and it has an oncologist. That private hospital has an oncologist.
Let me explain.
Okay.
So walking into the hospital, you go to a normal doctor. I don't even know what they're called, but you went to a doctor, he examined, he found the lumps.
Okay.
That was when he said, let's do a biopsy. I don't know what a biopsy is.
Without an imaging?
No.
That's very strange.
No imaging, because...
Is that possible?
It's not possible. It's not possible. Because biopsy is very invasive. Nobody will grab your breast and just do a biopsy without an imaging.
There was no imaging.
Was it the left breast or the right breast?
The left breast.
Okay.
Okay, so they didn't do an imaging, they just said go for a biopsy. It was when I went for the biopsy, it took about
Was it painful?
What was the biopsy process like?
Yes, what was the process like?
Explain it to us.
I think they put in, I think they gave me a little, I don't know if it's anesthesia to like numb the pain a little bit. Then an incision close to the navel.
And what came out?
That's not the procedure. We don't do an incision.
I don't know what, but something went into my...
Okay, so
my results are here.
Are you saying that's false? It's not possible to...
No, yeah. It's not... It's not sounding like a fine needle. It's not sounding like a core biopsy. It's not sounding like a fine needle. We use a needle. It's a needle.
This one is like a... how do I put it? Why would you call it a machine? I don't know the right terms.
Oh, listen. You're mixing things up. We don't use machine for biopsy as well.
That's
It's an invasive procedure. We use a needle.
Something went into my boobs. They brought out some. I think they said
part of your boobs was it
Exactly,
your
what
nipple,
type of
or
your-
was it?
The lump was found under my boobs. It moves sometimes. Sometimes it looks as if it beeps. And so I think around that place, I think they said they bring out. I don't know if this particle of the lumps or thereabout. That's
With
what
a
they say.
machine?
Yeah, they took for the biopsy. I'm
With
not.
a machine.
Sorry, is that
Maybe a
that's
pin.
No, it's
medically feasible?
no, it's a long needle.
Maybe
And
that's
it
what
has
I'm-
a trigger.
Okay, what's
It's
the
like
size
a
of the
mini
needle?
gun.
Wait, what's the size of the needle they used for you? If you're going to estimate it,
How do I?
is it like 2
explain
inches
it?
long, 1 inch long? How was the needle?
I was lying down, so not like you're seeing exactly what is happening. And I'm not in the medical term, so I don't want to say the
Listen, I'm
things
sorry
that.
to say this, right?
Go ahead.
I saw that you studied economics, right? Okay, fantastic. Interesting enough, I dropped econs for further maths because economics was very, very detailed and very, very. So as someone that studied econs, I would expect you that if you have a life-threatening diagnosis, you should know it in and out because when I see patients with chronic medical conditions, they know their condition in and out. Like sometimes they even know new researches that I have not even heard of because they are trying to survive. I find it very strange that you are mixing radiologists, oncologists. I feel like it's something you should know.
No, it's not something I should know because cancer is not something I am aware about. I've said it
No,
over
but
and
you've
over
been
again.
given this. It's been 2 weeks since you came out to talk about this, and you mentioned stage 4. That was the first video I ever saw from you.
Yes, that was
stage
the-
4. How did they come about that stage 4?
I'm not supposed to know, so maybe at this
It
point
is
we are
your
going to.
life.
That's what I'm trying to say. At this point, we are going to be asking the medical doctor. So when this whole shenanigans came out on social media, everybody just said, "Let's get a second and a third
but-
option."
Okay, so
How
let me
did you
say
know it was
something.
stage 4?
Exactly. How did you know it
How
was
did
stage?
you get
Because
to
he
the
seems
stage 4
quite
analysis?
confident with that stage 4.
Because that was what I was told. I'm not a medical
How is
doctor.
it possible to say you have stage 4?
Maybe
if
they
Was
they
it
haven't
same
done-
that it was that same Enugu doctor?
Yes.
Is it on in your report?
She's willing-
Exactly.
She's
Can
willing
you-
to show the doctor.
I will share.
Yes,
I will share.
I don't.
Okay,
I'm
can you show
interested
her?
to
I would
see.
share.
So this is your stage 4 report. Is it the doctor that told you that it was stage 4?
Yes, the doctor
By the time
said
you went
stage
there the second time?
Yes.
But what?
Just
can I-
based on seeing you was when he calculated that it was stage 4?
I do not know them. I don't want to say.
What
things
do you
I'm not-
understand? Because if someone tells me something, right, I would go and read up on it, right? So what did you understand by stage 4? Because I'm assuming that you don't want to die, right? So if someone tells you stage 4, it sounds advanced, right? Or you don't know that.
Yeah, that's the reason why I broke out on social media.
Social media
Yeah,
to
but how did it
answer
get
the
to
question
stage
for
4?
you. What was social media? What was your goal on social media?
Now, as a medical practitioner, when they tell you have cancer, it's already traumatic alone.
Okay.
I didn't even have the guts to go and start reading. In fact, the major reason I came on social media was I wanted to see people who have experienced the same thing.
Yeah, but the big question is how did you conclude that it was stage 4?
Stage 4,
Did
exactly.
the doctor just look at you and say, oh, this is
Sorry,
stage 4?
Ruth, she's willing to share the report.
That is
Yes.
what
Why
I
not
was
allow
told.
the doctor look at it?
That was
Okay,
what
the
I
doctor
was
can look
told.
at it.
Yes, I'm very interested.
Can she look at it?
That's what I was
And
told.
let me ask you, as a lawyer, if someone publicly claims... sorry?
It's interesting that you're bringing the same results to me because Dr. Odigwe, the pathologist that signed this report, because of course we have a...
Is it the same report as the one that we saw?
Yes, the
last time?
pathologist that signed this result lives in Asaba. And I'm a doctor, of course. I can trace any doctor in Nigeria. And I called him on Tuesday.
Sorry,
and he
before you
knows
talk,
nothing
is that the
about-
same report
Yes,
that
it's
you
the
saw
same
last
result.
week?
It's the same result that is going
Okay,
around
that you
social
said you
media.
didn't post, but it's around.
And this particular pathologist said he knows nothing about this. And he is based in Asaba, not
The
Enugu.
pathologist of the report.
Yes,
there.
of this report is based in Asaba. I know that for an absolute fact.
So he told you
So that's the
after.
first one.
Yes, because yes.
He told you that he has nothing to do with it.
Yes, and he stays in Asaba. The address here is Enugu. He hasn't been to Enugu in recent times. He lives in Asaba,
So
Delta
President, how do you
State.
respond to that?
This
Let's go
pathologist
ahead and,
stays
like
in
I
You're
said,
saying that the
Asaba.
pathologist that you put in that report, which you claim
That
is your
signed
real
this
report.
report stays in Asaba. That I know for an absolute fact.
Please, I want
on
to ask
Tuesday.
again.
Go ahead.
Is this report the same report that we saw last week?
Yes, it is. It's
So
the
this
same
same
one.
report that we saw last week, that blessing you claim you didn't post on your Instagram page and on your social media page, is the same report that that guy
Yes,
the guy
exactly.
that you saw on the video, which unfortunately they have not been able to show us, is the same report he printed. So this is your real report.
So that's the first
What
one.
happened to the brother of the girl who claims that this report was forged?
I don't know who the person is.
So it's not a fake report.
No, it's not a fake
But the brother of the girl that you just saw just now says this report is his sister's report.
It's not.
And this doctor stays in
So are you
Asaba.
saying, and number one, you're saying it's you don't know that man. Number two, you're also saying you didn't post this report
I didn't.
to the guy who just spoke on social media.
Absolutely.
But for some coincidence or some funny reason, the reports tally. The report the guy posted and the report here, they are totally the same. Word for word.
You know, this doesn't tell us that it's stage 4.
But you are not even saying the oncologist whose name is there.
No, the pathologist.
The pathologist whose name is there said he doesn't
lives in
know her.
Asaba and he doesn't know anything about this.
So, listen, what do you want to say about that?
No, so the way it works is that, you know, in medicine there are different fields, right? So the process for a person that comes with a breast lump, you don't know what it is. So the first stage is to go for imaging. You come back from imaging. Right now, the modality is to do a biopsy, fine needle aspiration biopsy. Even if it comes out benign, you have to take out the lump. You cannot go because you cannot be very sure.
From the
yes, because
that is whether she wanted it or not.
That is the
not
carelessness.
your choice unless you discharge yourself against or you do it against medical advice. It's not likely. You cannot come to me and you said you're not ready unless you're not medically fit. Maybe you're very sick, you're pregnant, you're not medically fit. But it's a if they're thinking it's benign, it's a simple surgery. It's not invasive.
Okay.
It's a day surgery. Some people go home that same day. They do go home that same day.
No, but you see, right now it is they are conflicting. There's already inconsistency. Because on one hand, you are showing her the same report that was displayed last week. Blessing, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
You are showing her the same report that was displayed last week. Meanwhile, you are saying you're not the one that sent it to that guy.
I have not seen the result that you displayed there.
But so there was a screenshot.
Yes, so like I said,
you have another report.
Everybody says, okay, go for an open auction. So I went to Looms Cancer Center, to do the same stuff. So they gave me a couple of.
What did they give you?
I did my whole stuff, so they asked me to
What
do
are the
stuff? Because you need to be more.
You have to be very, very specific now. Please.
I'm not a medical doctor.
You can't say that.
You have an ailment that is
exactly. It's life-threatening. You can't say that.
So
yes.
So these are the tests I'm running. So maybe when the
running,
test.
not that you have run.
No, they just asked me to. So
but by stage 4, shouldn't you have already run those tests?
They didn't ask me to run this, so it is not my fault.
I know, but I'm curious as to how you came to stage 4 conclusion.
That was what I was told.
Without any tests being done.
I mean, this doesn't prove anything, unfortunately, because
what's that report that you have?
It just says it states a series of tests that she should carry out.
If what?
It's just a series of tests, chest X-ray, that we do to confirm metastasis, right? But this is not solid enough because I can enter LastSuth right now and write anybody's name and write this series of tests, right?
The result is not out.
This is not a result, exactly. So results will be more, exactly.
So let the result come out. I can now come back and show it to you people.
Okay, first and foremost, I want to ask, because right now, the area is still very grey, and I really think that we need to dig deeper. Because cancer is not a joke by any standard. So I want to ask you,